MK, and I am here with a Mixed Media Mayhem layout for you guys today. I have a recipe for today's layout, and I'm also playing along with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And today's sketch is by Brianna Spores, and I am still working through my counterfeit kit that for this month. So for this one, it's not so much paper heavy as it is a little bit more embellishments and photo heavy for this particular layout. Now I have these 3 tickets here. They are from the cut apart sheet from one of my 49N Market. I believe it's the Crafty Garden collection for the laser cut pieces. I also have a few pieces from my stash, this wood veneer that says just buy the ticket, and then Keep Going, I believe was from a photo play collection that was more for hunting and things like that. And then I had the little train ticket that was left over from a previous layout. I have this gorgeous photo from the Ely photo shoot down in winter time. So it was about 2 winters ago. I also have these awesome Hike More rub-ons, but they're mixed in with another rub-on set that 49N Market did many years back. And it was a green set and a pink set. I think it was green and pink mixed, and I took the green and put it all in with this one. I made this stencil. Yes, I made it just for this specific layout. I had a stencil in mind. This stencil's been in my brain forever. I just didn't know what to do, how to make it, any of that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know what, this is the perfect. As soon as I saw Brianna's sketch, I had to get this stencil made. And what it is it's supposed to represent the light at the front of the train. You know how it's got that grid on it when you look straight on at it? That is what it's supposed to represent. And now that I was looking at my video and whoops, I sprayed completely off. Picking up my mess or my extra so I don't get black everywhere, and I love the reverse of it as well. Oh my gosh. Give me both. I just love them. But anyways, I was thinking after when I was editing my video that I probably should have sprayed this in some sort of yellow, so then that way it really represented the light of the train. But I did not. I really wanted a stark black design, and I love how this looks. So there's both of them side by side, so you get the idea of what they both looked like. They were both really cool. I'm going to use the positive as the stencil is intended, and then go ahead and fussy cut around my my little labels and tags and things, or I think they're tickets, the tickets and things like that, so that way I can get them ready to be added to the layout. Now I know that this part is super boring, and normally I actually edit this out, but because there wasn't a whole lot to this layout, I left everything in. I didn't do anything. All I did was spray the stencil, add the embellishments, and it was super quick and easy. So for our recipe for today for Mixed Media Mayhem, we've got ink, stencil, and decorative edge. And for my ink, I used a spray stain, which is the ink that I used through my stencil. So of course I used the stencil. And then for my decorative edge, I was going to use these lace pieces from this rub-on set. And I just thought it would add to my clusters. I thought it would add a lot to my layout because I'm trying to get that diagonal design that Brianna has across her layout. Now I'm ignoring where the title is because I didn't really have a title for this. I've got Get Going, I've got Buy the Ticket, Take the Ride. So I've got some wordy bits, but they're not extravagant titles per se. I also have some definition words. I think one says discover and the other one says super, I think is what it says. But when I went to go put that lacy bit on my stencil, I was afraid it wasn't even going to show up. So I thought, nope, not even going to bother with it. I don't want to waste it, right? If it's not going to be seen, then I didn't really want to waste it. So my decorative edge, of course, tried and true, is going to be my distressed edges on the ticket. I'm not distressing my picture at all. I'm leaving it as is. But yes, I just thought, you know what? There's my decorative edge. I can't do the doily. I apologize. But I tried. I really did. And then I thought about it this entire time I'm putting this whole layout together. I actually thought about cutting out where I can see the frame portion of my spray and actually putting a border around my photo or around the whole layout. And then I thought, no, I really like just this. It doesn't even bother me having the lines from the frame of the stencil. So yeah, that was all that was going on in my brain. But again, I'm working on a diagonal design. I did not round my photo at all. I kept it in its true form, you know, in its what's the word I'm calling? Like I didn't change the size of it at all. Proportions, maybe that's the word I'm looking for. And of course, I didn't put it smack dab in the middle either. I put it off to the side, bottom right a little bit. I still tried to put it in the middle, but I didn't want it square, smack dab in the middle. So I offset it just a hair, and then I'm going to have my design, my embellishments, go from the bottom left corner to the upper right corner in that diagonal. It's just not from corner to corner of the layout, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm trying to go for. I'm just adding some rub-ons underneath a couple things. Rub-ons are funny. They really are. If you want them to be a part of your embellishment cluster, it is definitely a foresight that you have to work from. Like, how do you want this to look? Because once you put that rub-on down, you're kind of stuck with it. Unless you put the rub-on on a white piece of cardstock or any colored cardstock that matches your design, and then fussy cut it out, and then it just becomes, you know, a die cut, right? But if you wanted to just use the rub-on and have that cool transparent look, you really need to figure out where you want, you know, where things are going. And I don't really do that very well. I just usually don't. I like to lay out everything before I glue everything down. And so to be able to participate or not participate, oh my goodness, now I'm losing my words again, you guys. I can tell because I stumble on them when I don't really know what I'm talking about. So for these little spare flowers, I really wanted them to go from corner to corner and look like they're falling out of the bouquet. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't just randomly slap a flower in the middle of nowhere. So I ended up actually putting them inside my clusters, and I really like how that looks. I like how they look like now they're falling down rather than out. And they're mixed in with my tickets and titles and things like that. So then I also decided to take some of these splotches that are from the rub-on. And to be honest, I almost grabbed my tool, and then I thought about it, and then I grabbed it. That's what I was doing. I always second guess myself. But I thought about it, and it looks, I love how they can be seen but not seen, right? You have to go looking for them. I love little things like that. I really do enjoy being able to see most of my things, but then I also like to be able to, like, once you look at it long enough, it's like, oh, look, there's that there too, and there's that there too. It's just the little details that aren't really detailed, right? It's just the small little effects. So for this one, I had a hard time trying to get the design where I wanted it because I already glued down my embellishments. And so I couldn't put it where I wanted it, so I had to pick some other place for it. But I do love how these splatters really look in my clusters, even though some of them you have to go looking for them. I was pretty excited, to be honest, that these worked out, even though for the doilies they would not have worked out. The closer I get to the darker sections of my stencil, though, I have to say they do not. They aren't as prominent as when I put them out on the outer banks of the spray stencil. But honestly, that is my layout, you guys, and I am super stoked with how it turned out. I absolutely love that the stencil worked in my favor, and it looks exactly like what I was going for, that big bright light that is on the front of the train. It is just my absolute favorite. I I love it. I really do. So anyways, that's my layout for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As much as I enjoyed making it, I hope you guys enjoyed the process of it. Pretty super simple. Like I said, I didn't hardly use any paper at all, but that was the fun of it. Don't forget to check out all of the links that I have down below. Brianna, thank you so much for allowing me to interpret your sketch. I absolutely enjoyed it very, very much. So I've got tons of links down below, links for the Mixed Media Mayhem. I've got Facebook group links, playlist links, album links, because in case you want to go straight to the album. And then of course, same with Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. I've got the Facebook group link for that one, playlist link for that one. And then of course, for the Counterfeit Gals, I have all of their channel links down below. So you can go and see what their kits look like and what they're making all month long using the Counterfeit Kit. I don't know if they use their kits for every layout that they do for the month, or if they just use them for the specific challenges that they have throughout the month. I'm not really sure. This is my first time participating, so I'm a newbie and I just don't know the rules yet. I just know my kit was ginormous and it will last me all month long. I was a little worried there in the middle, but now I'm pretty positive that my kit will last me all month long. All right, you guys, again, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really, truly appreciated it, and I will check you guys all later. Bye.